Thanks for joining me. This is Danny, and welcome back to my Botania series. Today we are in for the fight of our lives, because we are going to fight the Gaia Guardian. In fact, we're going to fight two levels of Gaia Guardians, level 1 and level 2, and probably going to do the level 2 Gaia Guardian multiple times. And this is going to be a really tough fight, but we're going to get some really awesome stuff. In fact, we are going to get our first creative flight. Once we kill the first Gaia Guardian, we will open the doors to creative flight. We will also open the doors to a faster sash, so that we'll be able to walk faster and everything else. And then, with the tier 2 Gaia, we are going to start collecting relics. Now, these are some really awesome items that are going to buff the crap out of our player and make us really powerful and everything else. So, before we can do any of that, though, we are going to need to make ourselves a beacon, which means we're going to have to kill our first wither. Hooray! Killing a wither at this point is probably going to be pretty easy for us, but just in case, I'm going to get far away from the base. I am going to put my Tainted Blood Pendant on so that this goes a little faster. That's going to give me strength 2. I think our Terrasteel armor should be fine. I don't think I'm going to need like a golden apple or anything like that, or any potions. I think we're going to be okay, just like this. I hope. Okay, what's going on? There we go. So we can get him at range a little bit more. Wow, I'm not taking any damage here at all. There we go. Just took a little bit of damage. Why am I not hitting? This is going pretty well. It's done. Yay! Hooray, our first nether star. You know what? I'm going to do this one more time just for fun. Because I've got the resources for it. I spent a lot of freaking time in the nether. The wither skeletons, holy crap, man. They were not dropping skulls. It took me so long to get these resources. Making me very hungry. Okay, we got our 2 nether stars. Now let's go do a real fight. This is all the stuff we're going to need to spawn the Gaia. Of course, we're going to need a lot more than that to fight it and survive. But if we go in our Lexica Botania, under Alphamancy, we'll find Ritual of the Gaia. And of course, we can visualize this. And basically what we have to do is we have to set up a beacon. I'm going to kind of put this over here so that it looks nice, sort of. Yeah, I think that'll look nice right there. We have to set up a beacon and we have to activate it. However, we will not get the benefits of this beacon. We have to pay the price for it, but we will not get the benefits because while the Gaia Guardian is here, the beacon benefits will be negated. So it's not going to help us. It's just one of the costs. And then we put the beacon here. And might as well not even bother adding a power to it because, you know, it's not going to help us anyway. I kind of want to make a Horn of the Wild to clear out this area because we don't want a bunch of grass around here because then while we're swinging at the guy, we want to kill this guy as fast as possible because the longer he's alive, the more he's going to damage us and the higher the potential of us dying. Okay, we're gonna put that there, and I may get rid of those dirt blocks rather, or maybe not. I don't know. These things end up getting in the way sometimes when you're fighting, but the dirt block underneath doesn't really matter. Structure complete! Hooray! Now all we have to do to spawn the Gaia is shift right click on the beacon with a Terrasteel ingot, and that is going to spawn the level 1 Gaia. However, we are not quite ready. I have a little box over here with a few things that we've been preparing over the last several episodes that are going to help us with the Gaia Guardian. I've got some flasks. We have mending so that we can, basically it's instant health too. I don't know whether we're going to need them or not, but they're nice to have around. Each one of these has 6 doses, so we can drink from that 6 times if our health gets low. We also have a Flask of Shielding, which is going to give us absorption 4. It's going to give us 8 yellow hearts. And then we have a couple of notch apples that we got from our loot farm and a bunch of golden apples. We have resistance 2 and we have strength 2 incense. And these will run for an hour and a half. So that should actually get us through all of the fights, I hope. And I also have strength 2 here. So we're actually not going to need this strength 2 stick because I'm going to be wearing that amulet. What I would like to do is speed. So I'm going to make another incense stick. Okay, almost ready. Horn of the Wild. Very nice lawnmower, basically. I'm filling up this mana pool. Just using my band of mana that I had before. And it should be 2 full bands of mana. Bands of mana? Yeah, 2 full bands of mana should fill up a mana pool. Now, I'm going to take 2 incense plates and grab our incense sticks. And I'll place these guys like there and there. Put 1 incense stick in each. And then we're going to take a flint and steel to light the incense. That's right there. But before we do that, I want to plant my fallen canades. The fallen canades are going to give us regen 3. Of course, it's going to require mana. And that's why I have a mana pool in the middle here. Actually, I think that's the only reason. I think that's the only thing around here that's going to take mana. And I'm going to put 1 on each corner like this. There's going to be a small gap in between. But, I mean, when we move from here to here, we'll have a couple of seconds of regen. So we'll have regen through most of this fight, regen 3. So that's going to help us a lot. We're going to take our Tainted Blood Pendant. That's going to give us Strength 2, which will help us be faster. So Strength 2, regen 3. And then here we've got Speed and Resistance. Resistance, yeah. And then I'm actually going to start out. So we have these Flasks of Shielding. I'm going to start out with a notch apple so that we don't need the pumpkin pie because we're going to be eating golden apples. That's going to be our food during the fight because every time we eat a golden apple, it's going to regen all of our 8 hearts of absorption as long as the absorption 4 stays intact. We've got some instant health in case of emergency, and I don't think we're going to need more than 1 of each of those for this fight. And that should be all we need. So we've got 3 weapons here. We've got the Terra Blade. This is going to be good for getting him when he's far away from us and close up. It has a 10 attack damage. All 3 of these have 10 attack damage because they all have sharpness 5. And then this guy will do a double hit if we can get close enough and early enough while he's standing somewhere because he's going to move around really, really fast. He is resistant to arrows, so we can't use a bow. And yeah, it's going to be crazy. Ready? Shift, quick. I'm going to eat my golden apple. And here we go. Actually, I'm going to start with this weapon. Okay, he jumped away right away. Where'd he go? Okay, so this is the tier 1. He's not going to be quite as powerful as the one that we're going to be fighting next, but he's still pretty freaking powerful and fast, so. And like I said, the faster we kill him, the better. The less chance he'll have to kill us. So that's why we've got speed, so we can chase him around, and that's why we've got strength, so we can kill him faster. And you can see I'm already down to 1 absorption heart. So I'm going to take another golden apple, and that's going to get me back up to 8. Oh crap, I just threw my freaking... like totally fat-fingered that. That's what happens when I get nervous sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous. I always get a little nervous when I do these fights, especially the first time, like in a long time. This is the first time that I've ever done this with pure Botania, like nothing but Botania stuff. Botania and vanilla or whatever. Okay, where did he go? Okay, he's doing that now. So now he's gonna start spawning a million mobs. So now we're gonna use the Thunder Caller, which is going to kill mobs in an area of effect. Sometimes this can be the hardest part of the battle, especially in the tier 2, because you're already... Oh crap, I'm burning. That's not good. Sometimes you're going to already be highly damaged and stuff, and I'm burning again. Come on, man. Oh, I guess that's the problem with doing this during the day. But when you do it at night, it's really hard to see the Gaia. I mean, he's already hard to see as it is. Okay, so I'm going to keep using the Thundercaller as long as there's still a few mobs around, so that every time I hit him, it's also damaging the other mobs. And then I'm going to take a golden apple. And I've run out of absorption, so I'm going to take this flask. Okay. Whew. That was crazy. But we won. Yay, we got our 8 Gaia spirits. Hooray! Very nice. So I'm going to kind of quickly, because we've got an hour and a half with these guys. So we want to get these next fights in as quickly as possible. Although it's not going to take us an hour and a half, honestly. But now that we have some Gaia spirits, there's a couple things that we can do. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention is that you want to have your... Oh, give me that back. Give me that back. You want to have your inventory mostly empty when you're doing this because there's so many mob drops. And you want to be able to pick up those Gaia spirits right away at the end. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna trade in our Sojourner Sash, which is giving us step assist and some extra speed, and it's also giving a jump boost of 2 blocks high. And we are going to trade it in for the Globetrotter Sash. Hooray! Which is going to make us even faster, and it's going to give us a 3-block jump boost. And now that we have the speed over here, we're going crazy, crazy fast, and we're going to need that speed, believe me, because this next guy, he's even faster. Another thing that we can already get without even doing the second tier is the Flugel Tiara. We don't need to fly during the fight. In fact, you cannot fly during the fight. It will disable your flight. But that's going to give us creative flight, and it has some fun little bonuses too. Flugel Tiara. Oh, we can add things to the Flugel Tiara to give us like pretty wings and stuff. But all on its own, this is going to go in our Bauble's charm slot, or head slot. And it's going to give us creative flight. Hooray! We finally have creative flight. Nice. And it has a little sprint thing. Did you see that? So when you hold down the control... Now it is limited. You can see that we have these feathers here. And those feathers will gradually fade while we're flying. And we have to land in order to replenish those feathers. Now if I hold down the control key... we get like this crazy fast little sprint boost while we're flying, but we can only do that every couple seconds, or every like second or so. You can see there's a little bar. We have to wait for that bar to go down again before we can do it again. And it has that cute little noise, and it makes a trail of like stars or whatever. Very cool. In fact, actually, let's do this in third person for a second so you can kind of see. Nice. All right, so we have to get down now, and this is going to give us fall protection, so we no longer have to worry about ever taking fall damage again. Glide, we hold the sneak key, so the shift key. So if we do run out of hearts, we can hold down the shift key, and then we can kind of glide, basically like a like a glider or a hang glider or something. And that'll prevent you from taking fall damage if you happen to run out of hearts, because you can still glide even if you run out of the feathers. One would think that by combining two of the most powerful resources known to existence in the form of Terrasteel and Gaia spirits would create an unstoppable material. It seems that the material is very much stoppable, though. In fact, the two forces cancel each other out when combined into an ingot, creating an utterly useless alloy. However, this ingot, due to the concentrated energy and power in it, does allow for the summoning of a stronger Gaia Guardian, with more resistance, strength, and speed. For all this, it also drops more Gaia spirits than normal, as well as a handful of goodies and rare treasures, making it a worthwhile foe. So we need four of our Gaia spirits, and then we need to make another Terrasteel. So another Ender Pearl, another Diamond. Actually, we're going to be doing this a few times, so I'm going to make a few of these. Okay, now I remember why I usually don't make the Flugel Tiara until after I fight the Gaia, because... now we only have one spirit left, so I'm gonna have to fight the Gaia tier 1 one more time, which, whatever, that's easy enough. I've already done it. We'll just go do it again. I'm gonna save the notch apples for the tier 2 fight. Let's take this. careful about the regen flowers, about hitting them, because they break pretty easily, of course. You know, they're just flowers. Yeah. Oh, and it's shielding again. Oh crap, he's down already. And I still got mobs everywhere. Any more. They tend not to last very long with these weapons. Whew. Oh, that seemed really fast. Okay. Yay. Now I can make a couple of these. Alright, here's where things are going to get really crazy. You ready? I think I'm ready. Match apple. Check. Alright. Here you go, here you go. This time I'm going to try not to break my flower. Isn't he handsome though? Look at him. He has that most awesome skin. Wait a minute, that skin looks familiar. Where are you at? Yeah, he's so much faster. Usually I try to stay close to the middle and try not to let him draw me to the edges too much, although we've got quite a bit of speed here right now, so that helps. And of course, having the Terra Shatterer helps because I can get him from a long distance. I don't know what's better, the Terra Shatterer or the Star Caller. I haven't figured that out yet. I mean, it really kind of depends how quickly you can hit him. If you can get 2 hits in with the Star Caller, that's better, right? Ah, burning again. Whoa. Oh yeah, the pink stuff on the edges kind of springs you back. When those mobs are burning, I can't see, like, when after they die, I can't tell they're not there anymore. And I have to hit a mob in order for the Thundercaller AoE to work. I can't just, like, swing randomly. If I hit... Oh, they're on the other side of the thing there. Oh, crap. Alright, I need to do this. Oh, crap. And I'm out of absorption, so I gotta do that. Alright, back with the Thundercaller. And actually, when I hit these other mobs with the Thundercaller, I'm still damaging the Gaia, so it's almost helpful having them around at this point. Although it's not doing as much damage as when I hit him directly. Holy crap. It's hurting me a lot right now. Where are you at? Where are you at? You want to kill him fast at this point too, because he does a lot more damage at the end. Oh, phew! Yay! And look at all the stuff he dropped. Nice. Okay. I'm just gonna dump a bunch of crap in here so that we can pick up. We got 16 Gaia spirits from him, and we got a bunch of mana pearls. We got some runes of envy. Of course, these are really hard to craft because they're 3rd tier runes. We got runes of water, 1st tier runes, not as big of a deal. And then we've got the Will of Dorak. Now, there are multiple wills, and we can put these in our Terrasteel helmet, and they each give us some kind of a benefit. So this one, they give us a benefit when we do a critical hit, which I rarely do. But if we do a critical hit with the Will of Dorak, it increases, or critical hit damage increases with lower HP. So the lower HP our enemy is, the more damage our critical hit will do. We got a bunch of mana pearls, and then we got the Dice of Fate. Now this is, oh yeah, and the Pinkinator. We'll play with that later. The Dice of Fate is where we get the relics from. Now, these are unique things. We can only get one of each. There are 6 different relics, and they are all really freaking awesome. Well, most of them are. Some of them I'm not so crazy about, but whatever. Let's see what we get. The Ring of Thor. Now that we got that thing, it should have added the information about the Ring of Thor in our Lexica Botania. So similar to how we get more information when we throw our Lexica Botania in the portal to Alfheim, every time we kill the Tier 2 Gaia Guardian, we get an entry is added under Alphamancy? Here it is. Okay, so we got the Ring of Thor because the Terra Shatterer wasn't strong enough. So the Ring of Thor, when worn, bestows upon the wearer the might of the thunder god Thor. This power drastically increases the strength of area of effect mining with the Terra Shatterer. Okay, so that's how it normally behaves when it's doing the 3x3, because we have it at rank B. Of course, we could go higher than rank B. Okay, that is cool. Yeah, that's wow. All right. Yeah, very cool. All right. I didn't quite understand. I think it was doing like a 3x5 by 5, but let's just double check that again. Oh, it broke the block next to me. Wow, okay, yeah, so it definitely increases the area of effect in all 3 dimensions, which is really freaking awesome. I'm going to do this several more times. I'm not going to make you sit through the entire battle every time, because we already did, we already did that. But I'll just kind of come in and show you some highlights, and I'll show you what we get from our Dice of Fate each time. So, I'm just going to do the same thing again, get that started, take the golden apple. Get ready to fight. Let's start with the Star Caller this time. Already out of. Now he does come back to the beacon a lot, so if you don't want to run around, you could almost just stand in the middle. But he can hit you from anywhere, so no matter where he is, he can hit you. Which is why I like to chase him and get him down as fast as I can. Phew. It's really tiring when those fights go on for so long. This time we got the will. Oh, we got the Will of Dorak again. Come on. Oh, and we lost a Fallen Kinade. Whoops. Got some more Gaia Spirits. Redstone and Glowstone from Witches. And, of course, more Mana Steel. And what do we get from the Dice of Fate this time? Dun, 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 dun. The Ring of Odin! Nice. That is my favorite. That is my all-time favorite. What can we give up right now? We could probably give up the Ring of Correction. Oh, this sucks that we only have 2 ring slots. I have 10 fingers, right? That gives us 10 extra hearts. One of the 3 mythic rings of Aesir, the Ring of Odin, grants its wearer the vitality and resistance of the elder god Odin. As well as the addition of 10 extra hearts of health, the Ring of Odin protects the wearer from various kinds of elemental damage, such as drowning, suffocation, fire, or starvation. Nice! We got these overgrowth seeds, which are rarish drops from the Gaia Guardian. And basically what they do is you can click on a piece of grass, and you get enchanted soil, which basically increases the productivity of the flower on that enchanted soil. So this particular endoflame will now produce more mana. And we can do that with just about any flowers to increase its production. We also got the Blacker Lotus. Now, Black Lotus is a flower that you sometimes find in dungeon loot that will give you mana. If you drop it in a mana pool that already has a little bit of mana. Now, you can see after 4 fights, we've used over a half of a mana pool. So we've used a fairly decent amount of mana. But let's take a look at what's in there now. If we throw this in there, it'll give us more than a black lotus will, because, you know, it's a blacker lotus. It makes a fun little noise. And that brought us up to a half a mana pool. Look at that. That was like an eighth of a mana pool right there. One more time. Actually, probably 4 more times. Before we get all the relics. Possibly more, because every once in a while you don't get one. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. All right. And he won't take damage, actually, while he's up there until he lands on the beacon. For these guys. Those are pixies, by the way, that are attacking us. Remember when we had pixies attacking other mobs? Well, he has pixies too. And if we were wearing Elementium armor, our pixies would attack him. Yay! That is Wither, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. I'm sure you could probably already figure it out, but... Oh, we got 2 black lotuses. Nice. Will of Guthrin. Okay, we got something different. Critical hit heals a portion of damage dealt. Nice. Too bad I never do critical hits. And of course, we can put multiple of these on our thing, and we can put them all on there. So now we have both. If we do a critical hit, we're going to increase damage with lower HP, and we're also going to heal for a portion of the damage that we cause. Let's see. Ooh, I have a Flugel. That is a really nice one, too. Angel of Death. I don't know why it's Angel of Death, but whatever. Well, maybe we can find out by reading about it. Let's see. Eye of the Flugel. So, the Eye of the Flugel, the true power of the Flugel, is a teleportation thing. But it also, unlike the fabricated Flugel Tiara that we just made, the Eye of the Flugel contains primordial Flugel magic. Magic strong enough, in fact, to harness the Flugel's ability to recall themselves to a place they've visited. Shift right-clicking with the eye somewhere will bind it to that position. After that, holding right-click for a while will recall the user back to the aforementioned location. The teleportation ability not only costs mana, but cannot be executed across 2 dimensions. Or across 2 different dimensions, sadly enough. Aside from that, simply being in possession of the Eye of the Flugel allows the wearer of the Flugel Tiara to fly past the normal limits at a higher cost, of course. So, because we have the Eye of the Flugel, we no longer have to worry about our feathers running out. But when our feathers do run out, it means we are going to end up using more mana than we normally would if our feathers hadn't run out. But at least we won't fall to our deaths. And if we're in here, we can shift right click. So let's say we want to make this kind of our home waypoint. That's weird. Why did it click on that? Or why did it highlight that spot? Okay, I guess I have to click on the ground. Okay, there we go. So now that spot is going to be our recall location. Whenever we're holding this thing, that's going to be highlighted. So we can go far, far away, anywhere in the overworld. It has to be in the overworld. So like if we go to the end portal or whatever, well, I don't know why we would want to come back this way from the end portal, but whatever. If we did, or if we were somewhere else, we're trading in some far, far away village, we hold this thing and we get some really cool particle effects and we end up back home. Nice. Got a couple of black lotuses. I'm just going to throw these both in here and see how much that gains. Yeah, not much. Not that much, but not too bad either. We are out of notch apples, but I think we're totally fine without them. I'm going to put those there. I don't know how they ended up moving last time. And we're ready to do this yet again. Oh, by the way, if you leave the ring, if you somehow end up out of here, if you fly away or whatever, the fight will end and he will despawn, and you will basically lose your ingots, your Gaia ingots. So, you don't want that to happen. Or if you die. If you die, he will despawn. So you won't have any trouble coming back to get your things. Unless, you know, all these mobs are still here. But, you know, they're nothing. Unless you don't have anything, because all your stuff is in your grave. Or laying on the ground, as it may be. So I don't really need to worry about that much. Yay! It's funny because after he dies, you usually take a couple hits from pixies, like after he dies, and then of course you continue being withered. So it certainly is possible to kill him and then die after the fight is already over. Dun, 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 dun. The Ring of Loci. Arithmetic. When we equip the Ring of Loci, we can place multiple blocks at a time in multiple places. So it's pretty freaking awesome. So if we, let's just dig a hole here. If we shift right click with an empty hand in one block, that's going to end up kind of being our source block. And then we can shift right click in a bunch of other spaces. So let's say we do that. Let's do like a grid of like a show. And then we go back to our original block and we shift right click, and now we can see that those blocks are moving as we move. So now what's going to happen is if we place a block while we're sneaking, while we're holding the shift key or whatever your sneak key is, it's also going to place a block in those highlighted spaces. Check that out. And it's going to be a relative distance from the block that we're pointing at. Why is it pointing up there? Okay. This doesn't always work the way I think it's going to, but okay. So you can build structures like this, and you can select many of these. Of course, it's going to use mana, and the more blocks you select, the more mana it's going to use. And then when we're done, we shift right click on the ground again. It's going to start a new selection, and then we do it one more time to deselect it. So then now we no longer have that going on anymore. So here's where things with the Ring of Loci get really crazy. So check this out. I'm going to select that block. 1, 2, 3, that block. Let's go over here. 1, 2, 3, that block. 1, 2, 3, that block. Sure, whatever. 2, 3, that block. And then we're going to go back here and deselect that one. So now we have a relative selection. I'm going to take my Terra Shatterer. Look at that. Very nice. And now, let's get even crazier and wear the Ring of Thor. Oh, whoops. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. Whoa, uh-oh. We've got a serious, like, handheld quarry here. He stands right by me when I'm gonna eat. Like he knows. You can eat now? I don't have to worry about burning mobs. Although it's going to be really hard to see the Gaia once the sun is down. Ooh, infighting. Oh, you know what? You know what we could do to make this mob part kind of fun is use the high side dream, and then all the mobs will fight each other instead of fighting me. As long as we don't have any creepers, shouldn't cause us any trouble. There you go. See, now it's so hard to see. Crap. Alright, I see you. I saw you. I see you. I saw you. All the other mobs are gone. Yay! Okay, here we go. Ready? Dun 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 dun. Essentia. Ooh, the fruit of the Grisaille. The fruit of the Grisaille is forever food. You can eat it forever. Nice. And it will saturate you really well, and you'll never run out. But it does require mana, so you can eat it. It's going to take mana, and you're basically just eating mana. Nice. Oh, another flask gone, and we got a disc. That is the music of the Gaia Guardian fight. Jukebox. There we go. Nice. It's like we're fighting the Gaia. Except we're not. Oh, it's still going. I think we've been hearing enough of that today. And now, for the last relic. Oh, let's hope our incense holds out. We actually did run out of mana in that last fight. So I actually was without regen for part of that fight. I don't know when it happened, but yeah. We seem to have survived okay. He always comes by when I'm eating. Like, oh, you think you're gonna eat, do you? While we're fighting. Like he's insulted by it or something. I'm just gonna stop there and have a snack while we're in the middle of this battle. Oh wow, that seemed fast. Yay! So our last relic should be in that pair of dies. Or that die. Okay, 64. What did we get this? Oh, we actually got something different. Critical hits apply a strong slowness effect. Nice. Yeah, okay. Let's try not to pick up all that other garbage. I just want that. Yay. Oh, we got another disc, something else. Oh, 13. Here we are. Ready? Ready for the last one. Fake psychotropic. The key of the King's Law. Let's apply this Will of Torag to our helmet. So we now have 3 effects. I got a bunch of duplicates all the other time, so we only ended up getting 3 wills, but whatever, that's fine. I'm not going to fight more just to get more wills, because they're not that important to me. But anyway, the Key of the King's Law is a weapon that has some really cool effects, but let's go someplace far away. Because what this thing does is, if we go in third person, we will see, actually let me face myself. It summons all these weapons when you hold right click, and then when you let go, can I change my... Throws them all in the direction that you're facing. Oh, it doesn't block damages anymore. Or it doesn't damage blocks anymore. Nice. Okay. Yeah, and it does a ton of like explosion damage on your enemies. Now for a while there it was breaking blocks. It used to not break blocks, and then in 1.10.2 it was breaking blocks, and now it's not again. So that's awesome. That makes this thing a really freaking powerful weapon. For like hurting a lot of mobs at once. So sure, let's do some cow herding or whatever you would call this. So you can see it's quite destructive. We killed a few cows. Oh, my inventory is really full. Oh man, this is so nice. Now just earlier today we couldn't fly. We didn't have any like crazy OP weapon. Oh crap. Hey, why did that happen? Because I don't have the ring of the Flugel with me. Darn it. Or the Flugel Tiara. Or the eye of the Flugel. Yeah, and those... Oh, what happened? So you can kill multiple mobs with this thing. Alright, I'm going to go home. I'm going to clean up my inventory. We're going to take a look at all of the... Oh, I didn't bring the eye of the Flugel with me, so I can't teleport home. That was silly of me. And I don't know which way is home. This way, I think. Or is that... Nope, it's this way. Darn it. So hurry up. I'm going to lose my flight. I'm going to go up really high, so that when I do lose my flight, at least I'll be able to glide. Oh, I almost forgot how to glide. I almost took a lot of freaking damage just now. Whew, that was scary. So we fought the Gaia Tier 1 twice, and we fought the Gaia Tier 2 6 times. And this chest is just a snapshot of a slice of what we got. It's most of the good stuff is in here, though. Although we got a couple of stacks of Mana Steel. I've already taken some out. Of course, we've got plenty of stacks of Rotten Flesh and Bones and all that stuff. We got all these runes of different types. Fire, Envy, Lust, Water. We got a bunch of Overgrowth Seeds. We got 18 Mana Diamonds altogether, 49 Mana Pearls. I think there were more. I used a bunch of stuff to make more of the ingots. And, well, actually, there's more mana pearls here, more mana steel. We got about a stack and a half of Gaia spirits. Each one gave us 16. Each one of the tier 2, each of the tier 1s gave us 8, I believe. And we got a couple of the Pinkinators. Oh yeah, let's take a look at those. Although they are kind of a waste of resources in a way, but they're fun. And then here are the relics. So we've got the Ring of Thor, the Ring of Loci, the Eye of the Flugel, the Fruit of the Grisaille, and the Key of the King's Law, and my favorite, the Ring of Odin. Oh, and by the way, something I should let you know about the relics. You only get one. And it's bound to your player, so don't try to give it to someone else because it's not going to work for them. As you can see, it says soulbound to Danny DJ DK. You only get one, so don't lose it. Whatever you do. So I don't have the resources I need at the moment for the Pinkinator, but we'll do that. We'll probably do that in the next episode just for fun. But basically, you spawn a wither and you right-click on it with the Pinkinator. And something fun happens. So we'll check that out next time. Not only did we collect a whole bunch of really OP stuff, but we also opened up a lot of other things that we can do with Gaia spirits that we'll be checking out in the coming episodes. So I do hope you join me for that. If you do have any questions, comments, or ideas, or whatever, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. And of course, if you did enjoy this, don't forget to click the like button and to join me next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.